The Big D, you're hosting this show, and this time it is not your drama, it is not your relationship that is being picked apart on screen. What is life like on the other side of things?
Oh,
It's amazing, right? I don't have to watch JoJo kissing 20 other guys. Like, I don't have to worry about all that, right? I get to watch it happen.
you know what's so funny though? Jordan and I have realized, like, we love being the host of this show. We've already lived it. We know what happens with this show. We are so invested still currently as we watch each episode. We're so invested. We're like, why are we like this? We know what happens. We've lived it. But like, my goodness, it is so fun to be able to be the host of this show, because I think for the first time, this is Jordan and I have hosted shows together before, right? But this is the first one where we can take an experience that we had together on a show like The Bachelorette, where we're thrown into this world of like trying to find love in such a weird, unusual way, and then going through challenges as a couple and having to work through them, to where we can take whatever little insight that we have and share it with the people a part of this show.
We're about to do something you all are very familiar with. Get married.
Just like us, each of you have an amazing love story. But in the end, yours didn't quite work out.
But we're here to find the one thing you haven't had since you signed those divorce papers. New love.
That's right. No one seems that excited about it. We're scarred. Damn it.
Doing this type of show where you are really having a keen bird's eye view into so many different relationships at different phases of life, did it help you two realize anything about your marriage and maybe how to avoid some of these pitfalls that these couples are finding themselves in?
100%. And I think watching it, one of the biggest takeaways is some of these issues aren't deal breakers. But if you don't have the tools to know how to work through communication issues or other issues that come up in relationships, that they become deal breakers. So we would sit back and watch and go, that's great. We talk about that sometimes too. And actually having Dr. Jada on the show, our relationship coach that's there, we got a lot of kind of our own therapy sessions in the green room as we're waiting to get on camera.
We didn't even know what's happening, but like we walked out of that, we're like,
Wait,
wow.
that was about us. That wasn't about the show. Wait a minute.
Yeah.
Wow. So a little impromptu therapy session, you didn't even know it.
Loved it. Yes.
And by the way, may I say, how refreshing to see a therapist on a show like this where people really are put through so much like mental gymnastics. Is that something that maybe you wished you would have had when you guys were going through your experience on The Bachelorette?
100%, knowing that we had Dr. Jada, that was a very key part of this show to be a resource to these people that were coming in, I think made a world of a difference. Sometimes on the show, they will show some of these sessions with Dr. Jada and you get glimpses of them and they're amazing. But what you don't know is like that was happening so often on the show, off camera, right? Just to be a helpful resource. And if I mean, we talk about this, if we would have had that, even just as a resource post-show, as a couple, for sure, it really would have helped. And like, I think that this is something that every show should have, whether it's on camera or not off, just knowing that that's there, I think is amazing.
Come on down.
Today, I have JoJo and Jordan. They are going to be hosting today's group day. JoJo is someone I look up to. I see her and I see where she ended up, so I'm fangirling 100%. Like, are you kidding? I'm trying to stay calm right now, but I cannot.
I'm curious, are you watching Charity's season?
We have been catching little glimpses of it. We got to meet Charity and some of her guys in person. And I actually ran into Charity at the Barbie premiere in LA. And I went up to her and like, I don't like to be the annoying one because I had these questions myself, but I was like, is it who I think it might be?
Did she give you the tea?
So tight-lipped, so I didn't get anything out of her. But I can tell you she's very happy.
Yeah.
Like seeing her in person and her saying how happy she is with how everything turned out was really great to hear.
Jordan, are you still watching? Are you an invested fan in the franchise?
I watch here and there. Like it's a lot of it airs during football season, except for right now. So I miss the tail end of it. And then when The Bachelor starts, or what will be the Golden Bachelor, but I keep up with it as much as possible.
Yeah. You know, it makes me happy to see you guys talking about the show with a smile, because just from what I've read and gathered online, it kind of seems like The Bachelor, The Bachelorette, Bachelor in Paradise, it kind of seems like it's in a state of flux. There's a lot of alumni who are seemingly distancing themselves. They don't want to be a part of Bachelor Nation. They don't really want the ties to all of it. And I'm curious, from your perspective, do you guys think that it is still a phenomenon, or do you think maybe it is time for the show to reinvent or maybe even give it a rest?
I will say that I'm forever grateful for this show. I love this show. I know what it can do. So I will always, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I've heard the same things. Honestly, after our season, we kind of did take a step back. There was a lot that we were trying to navigate as a couple, and we felt the best thing for us was to kind of like take a step back. Don't be so involved, because we needed that for him and I. I think the Golden Bachelor is a great idea because it is pivoting into something that has been untouched. And we feel the same way about the Big D, right? Divorce is a little bit untouched. It's not something that people have seen. And I think what we all love about these styles of shows is that we like the drama that comes with it, but we really love seeing something beautiful come out of it, a real connection, a true connection.
Jordan, I wanted to ask you, because leading up to the Big D, there were some comments that you made that went viral. I don't know if you saw this or caught wind of it. You said that a lot of these reality shows kind of set up couples to fail. What can you clarify about that statement?
Well, I think in today's streaming age, right, you can go watch a show about anything you want. I mean, we're big fans of Married at First Sight, Love is Blind. I feel like in the reality dating show world, everyone's trying to up the ante of the extremes, right? And so those, absolutely, the quicker it's filmed, the more extreme you are introduced to this person, I think it is going to be harder to create genuine connection. So it's fun to watch, right? But that's why I do still think like The Bachelor at its core, in its simplicity, is still a beautiful thing, because it is filmed much longer than most shows. I mean, although we met on a reality show, we got 9 weeks. Most shows are filmed in a few weeks, and they'll do 10 episodes, and you're expected to have a relationship that quickly. Now, ours is still very quick, but I think the simplicity of it still does lend itself to genuine connection. We love the craziness. Trust me, I love the drama. I love the fight. I love it. But at the end, we come to these shows because we want that genuine connection.
What do you say to people who sign up for these shows in today's day and age, where they want to get rid of their 9 to 5? They hope they get the platform and the followers and all the good that comes with being on a television series.
I think it's easier to see through those things now. You know what I mean? So
you smell it out. You can suss out who's in it for the wrong reasons.
Yeah, I can suss it out. And if not, if you don't suss it out right in that very moment of watching it, you very easily find out right after, and it doesn't work out for them, right? So I would say this show is an amazing experience, right? For most, 99% of the people that go onto the show, you're not going to find love, because she's going to end up with somebody else, or he's going to end up with somebody else. However, so many amazing things can come of it if you are genuine, if you are open, and you are, there, I hate this, for the right reasons. And if it doesn't work out, it still was a great experience, and you were open to it. And I think that's the only way something could happen from it.
Yeah.